Shaktism is a captivating sect of Hinduism that reimagines the divine as a feminine force.
That's fascinating. So it's not just about a single goddess, but a whole spectrum of them?
Exactly. Shaktism encompasses a galaxy of deities, each representing different aspects of the supreme goddess Shakti.
And beyond that, it also incorporates the notion that intense love for the goddess supersedes mere devotion.
So there's an emotional depth to this worship.
Indeed, and it's intertwined with the relationships described in Vaishnavism, like that between Radha and Krishna.
This blending of ideas is incredibly rich, and we'll touch on how it influenced other traditions too.
I can't wait to learn more.
The origins of Shakti worship are truly ancient, with some archaeological evidence dating back to the Upper Paleolithic era.
Upper Paleolithic? That's astonishing. Where exactly were these findings?
The site is known as Baghor Eth in Madhya Pradesh, India. Artifacts suggest dedicated worship long before written texts were established.
This points to a deep-rooted reverence for the feminine divine in Indian culture, even before the Vedic texts.
How so? Are there mentions of goddesses in the Vedas?
Yes, though they're less frequent than the male deities like Indra or Agni. They nonetheless introduced powerful figures like Saraswati and Uma.
The development over centuries led to the creation of key texts in Shaktism, such as the Devi Mahatmya.
What makes the Devi Mahatmya so special?
It's regarded as a defining scripture that encapsulates centuries of devotion and thought around the goddess. But who was the first to really conceptualize the goddess as central to worship?
That's a subtle shift that took time and societal changes. We'll explore that as we unravel Shakti theology soon.
Shaktism presents a unique theology where the goddess stands as the ultimate reality of existence.
Wow. So she embodies both creation and destruction?
Precisely. The goddess is seen as both the source and the dissolver of all existence.
In what way does it reflect in the philosophical texts?
Yes, for instance, the Devi Upanishad expresses that I am essentially Brahman,
which amplifies the idea that the cosmic force is inseparable from the feminine principle.
That duality of male and female sounds powerful, so Shaktism doesn't reject masculine attributes?
It rather transcends those categories, emphasizing a divine balance. But how did this theology get absorbed into broader Hindu thought?
That's an intriguing development that intertwines with major movements in Indian spirituality.
Now, let's shift our focus to the scriptures significant to Shaktism.
What are the core texts that believers turn to?
The Shakta Upanishads are pivotal, along with important Upapuranic texts like the Devi Purana.
One notable text, the Devi Gita, mirrors the Bhagavad Gita in its philosophical depth and teachings.
How does the Devi Gita compare? Is it a similar format?
Yes, it presents the goddess as a compassionate universe creator while intertwining various philosophical ideas.
Sounds like it's more than just worship. It's a guide for understanding existence itself.
Exactly. Yet there are debates on the relationships between these texts and their influence over time. What other insights do these scriptures provide?
They bridge practices from different philosophical schools, expanding on the goddess's role across various dimensions of life. But the integration of tantric ideas introduces a fascinating layer we'll discuss in greater detail soon.